I pay $54,000 a year to be part of a mastermind group. And I just got off a call with the real Brian Mark, who was interviewed, and he does $10 million a year. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything that I learned from that call and what I'm going to apply into my business. And I'm also going to show you how I'm going to take the content from that video and how I'm going to write viral LinkedIn content that's then going to generate me dozens of leads from the content from that call itself. If this is the first time you've been on my channel, if you don't know who I am, my name is Matthew Lakajev. I run this program called 7 Figure Creators. I've got about 60,000 followers on LinkedIn. I've got generated about 729,000 impressions on LinkedIn in the past 28 days. And what I do is I help small business owners generate leads on LinkedIn and close revenue for their business. And revenue-wise, we've done about $260,000 in the past 4 weeks alone. And so let's get into it. So I just got off the call, and what I like to do when I have a really high valuable call is I like to take notes on the call. So I've got an iPad set up here, and I've got this 7 Figure Creators thing. So these are all the notes from the call. And what matters when you have a call or when you're doing anything right, it's the recency that you action the notes. So I got off the call, I was like, man, this is like so freaking valuable. Like I've got to quickly take notes and write down, say, what were my 5 biggest takeaways from that, and then how I can write other pieces of content. And on this video, I'm going to write my LinkedIn post, and I'm going to put the link to the LinkedIn post below. So once you watch this video, you'll be able to then click on the LinkedIn post link and be like, let's see how many views and impressions I got. And I'll probably come back later and update in the description how many meetings I actually booked from the post as well. So I want to show you how you can repurpose other content that's not your own content and still generate boatloads of leads. So what I make sure now every time I produce content, because I put out 12 to 14 LinkedIn posts a week, I'm also putting out, honestly, like I'm putting out 1 times YouTube a day now. I also do 3 emails a week. And then I also post in our community every day, so 7 days a week. When you do this much content, you have to repurpose content, but also when you create one piece of content, you need to create multiple pieces of content. So what I'm going to do now is like, I'm recording this YouTube video, right? Which gets me 1 times YouTube video for the actual content. I'm also going to write 1 times LinkedIn post now on the call. And then I'm also going to write 1 times email as well. And I'm also going to turn this into 1 times lead magnet LinkedIn post. And I'll show you what that is in a section. And I'm going to actually turn it into 2 YouTube videos. So I'm going to show you this video, how I reproduce the content. And this may be a pretty long video. I'm just going to go through my whole process. I'm literally going to do it while we're on the call. So it might be a bit laborious, but I'll show you my whole system and process. Because I always wanted to know, how do people actually do it? Like just film me. I would just want to see you working and see what you actually do. But from this like 1 piece of content, I'll get 2 YouTube videos, this is one of them and another one. I'll get a LinkedIn post. I'll be having an email, and I'll create a lead magnet post. And if this post goes off, I will most likely repurpose these multiple times. And I'll also get a school post. I'll get a school post from this, which I'll post in our community. So in total, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to get 8 pieces of content. And if I was still doing my podcast consistently, I'd do 9. I'm going to get 8 pieces of content from the 1 idea. And that's how people can produce so much freaking content. You look at these content creators, they've obviously got teams, but they also just pump out boatloads of content because they use the same thing multiple times. And when I mean 2 here, I mean, I'll post on LinkedIn today, then I'll post on LinkedIn again in 2 months. That's what I mean. I'll show you an example of this. Actually, no, we won't get into an example. I'm just going to get straight into it because it's fresh in my memory. So the first thing I want to do, if I've watched a YouTube video or if I've consumed a piece of content and I want to write other content about it, I need to take notes like immediately. I'll show you an example on LinkedIn of a post that generated me thousands and thousands of impressions by doing this. And these types of posts are observation posts and they do really well. So this one here, this is an observation post and I've repurposed it. Can't display. What the heck? Well, that's weird. Found it. Here it is. So I watched the Yasmin Alec. So if you don't know who Yasmin Alec is, he's probably one of the best copywriters in the whole of LinkedIn. I watched the interview that he and Chris Do did. If you don't know who Chris Do did, he's also like probably known as like the OG personal brand dude. He's an absolute weapon. And so I watched this interview that they had on the weekend. This was about 4 weeks ago. I'll pull it up. And so I went Christo, Yasmin, Alec, right? And there we are. So 1 month ago. So I watched this video and I actually watched it twice on the weekend. And I was like, let's just get through the ads. I have so many Google accounts, sometimes the ads. I swear I pay for YouTube Premium. It's literally the best.
There's so much.
I watched this video and I watched it while I went for a run and I took down notes as I went. And I was like, I kind of don't agree with some stuff here. So I decided, all right, I'm going to create an observation post. And I used an image here. I can actually show you how I did the image, but I'll do that later on. I'll show you how I did it. And I'm just like, got me pointing to, here's the video. So I'm borrowing their credibility. And then there's me here, a bit of whitewash in the background and comment Chris. And this got like 30,000 impressions and 600 likes. So it was very high performing. And I just said, I just watched the Yasmin, Alec and Christo interview. Here's 3 things I agree with and 3 things I disagree with. And then I said, I agree with this thing. I disagree with this thing, agree, disagree. And then I actually used this post to book myself on Christo's podcast. If you don't know who Christo is or the future, I'm jumping on the podcast with him. He's got 2.63 million subscribers in about a month's time as well. So like I used it to actually sell myself onto the podcast. But it was just taken from an observation. And then I also used it again up here when I said, where is it? Yeah, here it is. I said I sold myself onto a 2.62 million subscriber podcast with 1 cold DM and 1 post. Here's how. And so I reposted a very similar post. And then this one also got 27,000 impressions, which was really, really good. So these generated me probably like 10 to 15 meetings. And it like wasn't even like my stuff. I was just taking other people's stuff. And that's why if you watch videos and you write opinion pieces or observations of different things, like that can sometimes do a lot better than what your original content can do because you borrow their credibility. It's like you don't even have to be credible. And I'll show you an example of a client, right? He did this. So Keenan, he borrowed the credibility of Athletic Greens and he did actually a few viral lead magnet posts. You should definitely follow him if you want to do viral lead magnets. This post last year that he did, he broke down Athletic Greens funnel. He got 10,633 comments. Absolutely insane. He booked 35 inbound meetings from this using our actual lead magnet formula. He did another one here as well. He's got another one. So he's done literally 5 and he generated so many leads. Sorry, I moved my thing. He generated so many leads that he like couldn't even fulfill them because he's literally working a job at the same time, which was crazy, using our like lead magnet framework. So this stuff works. You don't need to have sold $1 billion yourself to make content. You can just observe other people's content. So he helps people do landing page conversions. He observes someone else's landing page conversions. And to find other people's viral post content on LinkedIn, just download this free tool called Clio, and you can just find viral lead magnet content as well. So these types of posts work really well. So after this meeting with the real Brian Mark, and I'll just pull it back up, definitely follow him, just have a look here. Follow him on Instagram. He said he's posting 6 times a day now, which is fucking amazing. But like his content is dope as, and he does $10 million a year. And he's got a similar business model to me. So it was like a similar business. So it was really, really great watching him. So like from this one idea or genesis of content, I'm going to create 8 pieces. This is like 101 what you should do. Like this is how like so many big content creators just pump out boatloads of content. It's like one idea loads of times and then repurpose it over and over. So I'm going to quickly go through the notes now, and then I'm going to just note down what were some of the top takeaways. One of the easiest things to do when you do an observation, like when you watch something or a video and you're like it's easy to say, what your top 5 takeaways were, from doing it, or top 5 things I'm going to action, or here's what I'm going to steal to take our business from $3 million to $10 million. And I'll think about the hook later. The hook's probably going to be like, I just got off a 90-minute call with a business owner that does $10 million a month. Here's my 5 takeaways, how we're going to scale to where he is. Feel free to steal this stuff. You know what I mean? And then I put it in a hook, say, this was part of a $54,000 a year mastermind. And so it's like really intriguing. It pulls people in. So these are all my notes, and I'll just kind of run through. And it's just the reason I like doing this so quickly is because once you watch something or consume something, if you then immediately action it, it stays in your brain. And so by me rewriting all this stuff and creating this content, even creating this video, it's going to distill the information in my brain. Most people just mindlessly scroll, and they mindlessly scroll because they don't have anything to do with the information. That's why I like producing content a lot, because every time I write a post, like, because I'm committing to a certain number of posts, it forces me to get better and remember. So it's actually kind of an accountability thing. Like, I'm doing this for accountability. Anyways, there's a few things that popped out in the thing. So Brian talked about how he does 3 different types of content. He does connection content, which is about you, proof content, and then value content. And he does all Instagram and videos, but you can take what a lot of other people do and apply it to yourself. Doesn't matter what the platform is. And so I liked the way he did these different things. And I'm going to say one thing that I'll probably take away from that I might add to my list is the value types of content. He always layered in client results into everything, but in an interesting way, which was really cool. He also added a text message when he reached out to people via Instagram. He said, you know, if you're looking to implement a link, he would say he helps online fitness coaches. If you're looking to generate 10K a month as an online fitness coach, I reply back with, I think he said 10K, and let's have a chat. So I might add this PS to our text messages that we send out to leads as well. So he put a full course on YouTube in a playlist. That's fucking sick. Podcast episode of me interviewing clients. That was really cool. So honestly, so many of these things I want to steal, but I won't put all of them in the post. What he means by full YouTube course is he literally recorded a course, just put it on YouTube for free. And he said that is one of the best funnels that he's got, giving away boatloads of stuff. He also does podcast episodes where he just interviews clients on the podcast. And I do have a podcast, but I stopped doing it for a bit because I wanted to more leverage this video YouTube setup, because I feel like I'm better on video and I can show a lot of credibility, but I may go back into the podcast game. He also used viralfinder.com to find different types of content. But Viral Finder isn't on LinkedIn. They have Clio. He said his rules for content are you want to get consistent, then you want to make quality, and then you want to pump out more volume. So that was pretty good. I really liked this question that he had, was in Sell by Chat, when you're DMing people, him or his team would say, tell me a bit about you and when did you get into your business? And so I like that question to start a conversation, because one of the best ways to start chats on LinkedIn, if someone viewed your profile or they opt in for a lead magnet or something like that, you go be like, hey, so-and-so, here's the lead magnet. Also, by the way, just saw you've been posting on LinkedIn. Like, you know, what made you get into it? Or why do you want to use LinkedIn to generate leads for your business? And so it's just a really easy way to give someone a reason and a way to start a conversation, which is pretty cool. He's also got 12 setters in his DMs, which is insane, and that work from 5 till 12 p.m. And he has a KPI of 2,600 new chats per week, which is wild. His stages are he's got chats started, chats passed, chat booked, and 100 new chats per shift, which is insane. The way he has his structure set up is he has the setters, and then he's got I think it's opener, setters, and closers. And the setters ask 1, 2, 3 questions before they pass to the closers. So I might look at implementing something like this. And then he just says, do you mind if I ask a couple of quick questions if I might be able to help, which is pretty cool here as well. But nothing crazy innovative here. This was all some basic stuff. He talked about how much he pays his VAs, what they collect, no more than 5 direct reports, cancellation forms. That was one other thing that I took out here as well. We don't actually have a cancellation form, so we don't know why people leave, which could be pretty annoying in how we upgrade the program. He's talked about here, keep Sell by Chat going until the term. I really like this around nurturing leads. So after him or his team book a meeting with someone, they constantly talking to the person before the meeting happens and nurturing them. So I'm going to add that in as well. Oh, he also works harder on himself than he does with the business. And he's got a vision for his life, how he pays his phone setters, what he should do. What he mentioned to get better at content is he said you should get a videographer, get someone to film and edit, research viral ideas. This is a good idea for the video as well. And then we've got the hook, subject, hook format. So what he looks for in the other types of videos or the viral videos is he looks for what's the hook, what's the format, and what's the subject matter. So I've kind of gone through and I've kind of analyzed this. So next step, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to write the LinkedIn post. I always like to start by writing a LinkedIn post and then creating a video after, just because I find it easy to write and distill the information when you create something with a format. And then if I come back and I create the YouTube video after, it's like a lot easier because I've already got the flow and the format. So I can kind of just read off it as well at the same time. So this is going to be like the learnings LinkedIn post. So I'll start with the hook and I'll probably go and edit it at the end. If you don't know what this software is, it's just called Authored Up. It's probably the best LinkedIn software out. It's amazing because if I look here, it shows me what it looks like on the mobile on the right, which is everything, because 70% of people consume LinkedIn content from the mobile phone. But I'll start by writing the actual post. And so I'm going to need a hook. And so I'll be like, this morning, and I'll edit this later. I'll say, today I was on a call with a $10 million business owner. Today I had a 90-minute call. I'll say this morning I joined a 90-minute call with a 10 mil with a founder doing 10 mil a year. These are the top. Here's the top 5 things I learned. Here's the top 5 things I learned. I paid $54,000 to be on this call. So this is kind of just the start of the hook, but I want to talk about, how it was a 90-minute call. I could even remove that. This morning I had a call. I had a call with a founder doing this morning. I could say I chatted. Here's the top 5 things I learned. I paid $55,000 to be on this call. Cool. And so now I'm going to go through the top 5 things, and you're going to see like real time me writing this post and finishing it. So I need to go through here, and I'm going to do it while I'm going to look at this myself, and you're going to see my screen, but I'm just going to show the different types of things that I'm going to pull the 5 learnings and put them on the page and show you how I do it. So I'm going to go here. So I'd say Brian Mark has, and I'll just state exactly who he is, has 370K followers on Instagram. 370K followers on Instagram because I want people to buy in. Followers on Instagram, and has built a $10 million a year business through organic content. So he knows what he's doing. Cool. And then I'm going to say the top 5 takeaways, right? So he uses 3 content types only. T1, connection. I would probably say type 1. 1, connection content. Type 2, proof. And I know this may be a bit boring, but I just want to show you real time how long it takes me to write one of these posts. But the thing is, when I write one, I'm going to create 8 pieces of content. So even though this might take me an hour, whatever it is, then that's fine. So type 2, connection content, connection. So I'd say, this is content only about you. Content about you so people get to know who you are. Find common interests. Proof. Sharing engaging, value. Make it so good people can't believe it's free. Cool. So there's 3 types of content. So he uses, and I'm going to start with everything saying he sends PSCTAs in DMs. People know those. Whenever someone requests a free resource, he first let me just go right arrow actually. Right arrow. Alright, let's go like this. Where was I at? Gotta have everything. I'm just going to quickly save. He sends the resource. He gives them a compliment. I might actually write exactly what he says. P.S. If you're an online fitness coach looking to scale to 10K a month, apply back with 10K. Cool. That's what he says there. That's a pretty good one. Then we've got, put a full course on YouTube. I might use that. And then what I might do is I might say what I'm stealing. I might say what he does, and then I might say at the end what I'm stealing. So like, he does this, what I'm stealing, blah, 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 and what I'm going to implement. What I'm stealing. All right. What I'm stealing. Yeah, I'll add that each time. And I might not use all of these. Consistency, quality, volume, rule of content, viral finder. He uses an intrigue question to start a chat. I might use that one. Tell me a bit about you and why you got into online fitness coaching. Cool. That's a good one. Let me find what's next. Told you it's going to be laborious, but I want to make sure this run. No more direct reports. Cancellation form. He uses a cancellation form when someone leaves. Yep, that's a good one. He keeps chats going after a call is booked. And I might write out like 8 of these, and then I might, if I write 8 and then I only put 5 on LinkedIn, what I'll do is then I'll just add them in the comments, or I'll use them later as well. He works, this was good. Himself and the business. So he does hypnosis. There we are. See, I'm using like the rule of three. People like reading three things. And see how what I'm doing is the academic reading level is 1. I'm writing in really simple terms. This is like super duper key. Videographer. Ideas. I like, so see, as I'm writing, I'm kind of working it out as I go. I'm looking for the rule of three. And so I kind of like that. He uses 3 types of content only. I might just go connection, content only about him personally. Proof content, sharing client results in a fun way, value, can't believe that it's free. Yeah, that's cool. I like that better. So this rule of 3, and then I could say like what I'm stealing and implementing. Implementing what I'm stealing, and then I like that format. So boom, 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 what I'm stealing, and then that's kind of like my take. This is kind of what he does. And I might set the scene of like what he is. This morning I had a call with the founder. I might just 90-minute call with a founder doing $10 million a year. Here's the top 3 things I learned. Here's the top thing. I paid $54,000 to be on this call. Yeah, that's cool. I like that hook there as well. Here's the top. Because what you want to do if we scroll down here, right, is you want to use stats and numbers. So I just had a call with a founder doing 10 million. I just had a 90-minute call with a founder doing 10 million a year. Here's the top 5 things I learned. I paid $54,000 to be on this call. Cool. Then I'll go Brian Mark. Call was with Brian Mark. And I might actually just go Brian Mark. Then I'll use these arrows. Has 310 followers on Instagram. I gotta say like points about him. Scaled to 10 mil a year in 5 years. There we are. So I want to say like a little bit about him. Cool. I can probably use the trailer park thing down here, right? Cool. All right, cool. And so I just like rereading the post as well. So I just had a 90-minute call with the founder doing 10 mil a year. Here's the top 5 things I learned. I paid $54,000 to be on this call. Brian Mark is a legend. Grew 54K followers on Instagram. He scaled 10 million in 5 years. He's helped. I like starting with he helped 10K a month. And he did all this with only organic content and DMs. Selling online. I just said, I don't know, Brian's legend. I'm just doing this to build credibility because then I want people to like look up. I'll probably go at the real Brian Mark. I saw go Brian Mark. At the real Brian Mark on Insta. I might go like this. I'll work that out later because I want people to look up his Insta and then I want them to come back to this post and look up the Insta and keep going back. He grew 40,000 Instagram, he scaled down. He does organic content, so he knows the thing I'll do it selling online. That's why I slammed 2 coffees and took 38 pages of notes. So I'll explain this here. So I just had a 90-minute call with Brian, who does 10 mil a year. Here's the top things I learned. I paid for them. Brian Mark's a legend, the real Brian Mark. So he grew this one, and he did all that with organic. Okay, so let me break it down. And I'll probably change this as well. So I'm saying I just had a 90-minute call because I want to say recency. So I want to show if you're recently doing something, people are more intrigued. And then if I say Brian, who does 10 million a year, it's automatically authority. And then I say, here's the top 5 things I learned. The reason I want to do this is because people are only going to read this little bit. And then I'm going to use an image that's really similar to this image where I'm going to like point at Brian and making money or something like that as well. And then I say, here's the top 5 things I learned. I paid $54,000. I'd probably say, by the way, I paid $54,000 to be on the call. The call, right? Brian Mark's a legend. The real Brian. He grew blah blah blah. He scaled this. He helped this, and now he did all. So I'm saying a lot of specifics and numbers here because I want to show his credibility. Because I want the reader to read through him, and be like, I'm going to read this because this person knows that they're shit. And he did it all with organic content DM. So I know he knows the thing about selling online. That's why I slammed 3 coffees and took 38 pages of notes while on the call this morning. And so like, I'm just adding that in there because I want people to envisage me drinking heaps of coffees and then also writing the notes copiously, like me really paying attention because this person's hot shit. Here are my 5 takeaways. He uses 3 types of content only. Connection content about him personally, proof content, value. And within each content type, there's dozens. There are 20 to 30 types of 30 formats he rotates, adding new ones as he finds them. What I'm stealing. And then I probably make this bold, right? And I go, Brian makes his Brian I want to steal the fact that he just uses proof. Brian makes his proof content so good that people want to read it. We have 400 plus testimonials that I can use. So what I'm saying, the reason I said this here, right, is I said Brian makes his proof content so good that people want to read it. We have 400 plus testimonials. This here is kind of like me doing like a mini case study or just sliding in that we've got tons of testimonials. But what I kind of took from what he did was that he uses his proof content in like boatloads of his social posts, but he does his videos in a really fun way. So it doesn't look like, hey, my client got this result. It's like, no, it's fucking sick. So it's really cool. Next is he sends PS CTAs in the DMs whenever someone requests a free resource. So if someone's like, comment here and get access to this, like I do with like lead magnets as well. I'll show you what a lead magnet is right here. He literally asks them a question in the lead magnet. So he'll do a post, he'll get 1,000 comments like this one here. And then it's like, hey, comment this and I'll send it to you. I'll go here. I've made this amazing thing. Comment this and I'll send it to you. But then each time he sends something to someone, he just immediately asks them a question. And so, he says, whenever someone requests a resource, he sends the resource, he gives them a compliment, he uses the PS, he gets 1 in 30 replies from the PS. If you're looking online, if this goes together, it can help. Cool. And then I say what I'm stealing. And I'll go, using the PS at the end makes it feel non-salesy as it's optional. When people PS, I think what I write, cool. I can't really do the double thing. So cool. So essentially what I'm saying here is I'm essentially just going to steal what he does. Like, so someone asks for a free thing, he gives it to them, and then I send it out. So I use this PS, so I'm just going to steal his PS and use it, right? So what I'm stealing. Cool. And so I've got that there. I might just add the what I'm stealings into underneath each one of these. Yeah. I'm probably going to steal those things. So I've got 1, 2, right? And then I'm going to go, here's a media team. Right. He has a media team. He pays for a time videographer. He pays someone to research his viral videos, right? What I'm stealing, right? What I'm going to steal, sorry, I'm not talking. I just need Okay, so what I'm stealing, cool. So the reason I'm saying this stuff around like what I'm doing, right, is first up, I want to find a video editor in Sydney. So I want to layer in so I can actually get more out of the content. I'm also engaging 3 times YouTube's consultants. 2 of them have over 1 million subs plus subs, and the other used to be Ali Abdal's creative director. I'm using that to show that I'm investing a lot in the content. And it kind of makes me look like a big dog, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this one here. I like this one. For Let me see how much I've got here. Whoa, we're way over. What I might have to do for this one is I might have to extend the other ones in the comments. I just had a 90-minute client who makes... Yeah, so what I'm going to have to do is, because this is quite long and quite dense, I'm actually at a grade 2 reading level, that's okay. I might have to say, because I want to keep all the detail, because these types of posts, people want to really read a lot about them, is I want to say... I want to fit everything in the post. So I'll paste this, right? So I'll grab this here. Cool. And so here. Yep, cool. And so I'll make it into like a comment section. What I mean by that is, what I'll do is I'll write the post, and then the first comment, I'll put like, these are the other points that I learned in it as well, which is pretty cool. And so let me go back to here. Okay, so this is what I got. So what I'm stealing. So I'll go number 5. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. There's a word pre-swayed. That is an actual word. Okay, so I've gone and created 5 here. I'm doing this so I like remember this myself. And I know this video's gone for a long time, but whatever, I'm half doing this myself anyway. So, okay, so there's one other thing that I want to write about. Cancellation form when someone's leaving. He uses intriguing questions to start the chat. I'm actually just going to write it all. He did successful clients on his podcast. He put a full course on his YouTube. Fuck. We're actually going to steal that as well. I'm just going to keep writing because I'm just in a flow. All right. And I'll just add, what I'll do is I'll add them to the comments after, so I'll get a boatload of hang time on my actual LinkedIn itself. He put a full course on YouTube. Go. This one was really good. He keeps going chats after the call is booked. All right. Nearly done. See how long it takes me to write a post, but I get to repurpose it multiple times. What I'm stealing. Context and provide contextual. All right, that was a while. Takes me a while to write content. But when you write one thing, then you write many. So then it's fine. So get rid of this. Because I'll probably immediately post this in my school group. And then I'll post it directly inside here. So, all right, let's go through. Let's pull this one up, right? All right, let's pull it up. So I'm going to post it in my school group first because I just want to give everyone a value. So we'll go school, right? Open something. Cool. Cool. And I probably won't edit it as much just because I don't need to. All right. See, I wrote a long form post. All right, let's just go through and make sure we've ticked it off right. Here's... I would say, how many minutes ago was that? 90 minutes, 99 minutes ago. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 things. So he grew. This only follows on Instagram. Yeah, there are. Go. So I go category. I've always say this is content, and I would say this one here, and I'll probably say the real Brian Mark.com. Right. I want to go here. Instagram. I might actually just send a screenshot of his Instagram. And I'm going to go over here. All right. Cool. So I just sent a screenshot of his Instagram to myself. It should just pop up in a second. Yeah, there it is. And I'll just download that and I'll just add that onto the school thing here, because I just want to show who it is, because I want people to like look at it and engage and all that kind of stuff. There we are. Yep. Cool. And so I post and ask Unity. Boom. And I'll email it to everyone because I haven't done an email in a while. Okay, so we've got one post of high quality content. I'm going to pin it as well in our school community. And pin to feed. Yep. That should go quite well. Okay, so that's post number 1. Post number 2 is now I need to create the visual for this. So like what I'm gonna make it look like, and I just want to do a video of just like me pointing up at him, like I did with the other post with Yasmin Alec. I think that was one. Where is the other Yasmin Alec post? Not that one. No, where is it? Whatever. I'll find that post in a second. I'll show it to you in Miro. So I use this tool called Miro, right? And I'm going to take, and I'll open this up, and this is just a board where I just keep everything, and it's just a shit show. It's like not organized at all. And so I'm just going to take this, and then I'm going to scroll out. Okay, so I'm going to take this one here. So, and the way that I create this white background is this is just, see how there's these images? I just create like a box like this, and I just make it like white with a bit of shadow and opacity or whatever it's called. And then I put myself over here behind it, and then I move this to the front. And the way I got this video of me, the background, is I just go to remove.bg, and it removes the background of anything. So you can put yourself here. And so I can say here, and I can grab, where's the image? I'm not very good at computers, as you can see. All right, so there's the real Brian Mark here, him. And he's also got a YouTube video where he shows that he does $10 million a year. So not a YouTube video. He's got a video on my business generated.
Last year, and these are the 4 income moving numbers that I track in my business.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pull it up now. So I'm just on his Instagram, just scrolling through to try and find it, where he talked about, oh, Jesus. And so I'm going to grab this one here, because he posted his figures, and I'll send that to myself, right? Because when I send it to myself, then I can edit it. I'm not very good at design and stuff like that, so I just want to easily edit this. Here we are. So, and then I can just kind of chop and change because I want to show his authority with like how many followers he's got, and then I also want to show like how much money he made. Just because it's just people just respect making money, and I'm in the making money industry, so like a lot of other people not in this industry would find this cringe, and I just like whatever, I don't care. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to customize this. I need to somehow put it here, right? So what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll edit this and grab only this bit. And so I go here, board, export, save as image. And I just go this bit here. And I'd like to grab that it's got 1,000 comments. Yep. Medium, export. All right, and I can grab and put it here, over here. Oh shit, what the fuck happened? I'll find it again. Don't worry, guys. I'm not the best and most efficient computer user. That's damn sure. I'll just grab it and put it over here again. Sweet. And then I just want his like handle and stuff like that too. The real Brian Mark. Yeah, that's good. I am him. So fucking funny. He's got such a loud personality. I love it. It's fucking hilarious. I'm definitely not that type of seller. Meow. Meow. So here. Probably work better if I did this. Kind of works well like that. Nah, I'm not the best at design, as you can see. Yeah, it's like I need an image that's... No, I think this image would be better over here. And it might even be better if it's next to each other. This is the one I'm going to do with Richard later on. Can I make them next to each other like this? That might be cool. I might be able to actually bring to front. I might even be able to go like this. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It just doesn't have his followers though. That works okay. And then what I can do is I think I can do like a white border around his one. It just needs to be down a little bit. It needs to come down like a little bit and in. I think that kind of looks better. I'm literally not the best at design, so please don't judge me. And then I'll probably just get like a blue border or something and put it around it like this, like that. And I'll go, is that border thickness? Yeah. And then I'll grab our color. I think that's our color. The problem is I got to make the whole image smaller. And so I got to go like this. I got to go, and then it makes the border bigger right down here. See, the border's a little bit bigger. So it's just a little bit more pronounced. Right. Yeah, that's kind of better. Yeah, because it kind of shows the amount of money he's got. This is kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. And so if we go like this, and so we want to go export, save as image, and I want to grab this, and I don't know why I have to do medium, but medium. And then, cool. Cool. And so I'm going to close this one. And so, yep, start post. Where did that downloads thing go? Oh, here it was. Boom. That's kind of cool. I said a 90-minute call. Cool. And so I've got this. Sweet. This is nearly done. So what I'm going to do today is I'll post this and I'll probably slightly edit it a little bit. But see how it's like quite content heavy, but that's okay. What you want to do with content to make it really good is with copywriting, I always write out like my V1 and I'll like post that in school because it's longer version because people in our program trust me more. So they're willing to invest in the content. a lot more. But for LinkedIn, you've got to make it short, sharper, and snappier. So what I usually do with content after I write a piece is I go here like this, and I'll come back to this later on this afternoon, and then I'll re-edit it again and make it smaller. And because I've got all these other points over here, right? Because I think it's 9 points altogether in here as well. What I'll do is I'll make the 9 points, and then people will, I think this post will have like a really long hang time, but like I'll make the 3 points in this post and I'll say, hey, read the additional points in the comments. And so what that'll mean is that, let's say someone goes to my posts. I'll look at some latest posts, right, as an example. And so we go here, and this is supposed, what is this taking me? An hour and 15 minutes. And so say, for example, here, when I go to the comments, see how I've like extended it and I've added other additional things down here. I'll make like pinned comments. And this is the reason you want to do these types of comments is so you increase the amount of reading time that people have. So people if there's an extension below this, which is like more value, it just keeps going and the value just never stops. Yasmin Alex has that fucking brilliant copywriter. The value just never ever stops. So what I'll do is I'll post this, I'll edit it, I'll make it shorter, sharper, snappier, right? And then in each of these individual points, I'll put them in the comments below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll each be separate comments. So someone will read the post where it's like the 9 things, and they'll scroll through and be like, oh, there's only 3. Oh, there's more in the comments. And then I'll keep them reading in the comments and keep going. And then that will increase the impressions and the hang time of the post, which then will push the post out to like more and more of my network as well. And so now what I'll do is I'll show you how I prep the next YouTube video, right? Because I mentioned before, because what I've already done is I've created like one school one. I've already put it out there. I've created a LinkedIn post, which I'll use 3 times because I'll use this again. I've still got to create a lead magnet, and I'll show you what I need for that. That's another written post. I'll create an email, and then I'll create like a 2 times YouTube video, like the other YouTube video script as well. So let me just remove this so we can see it, right? So the way I'll do the lead magnet is where I give something away as a training. And a trick, what I do is I record a YouTube video like this, and I don't put the YouTube video live. What I do instead is I'll show you my YouTube, right? This is my backend YouTube, is I'll publish the post, but I'll publish it as unlisted. And then that way I can give away something for free, send people to a landing page to collect their details. And then afterwards, then a week later, then I put it on YouTube. So it's like I've got this back thing of like all this content where, people get it later on. So I get to use it multiple times. So what was I getting at there? Lead magnet post. So if you don't know what a lead magnet post is, we've actually got a book on lead magnets, the lead magnet playbook. Is that? Here it is. Yeah, there it is. So if you click on the link in the description below, literally we've got a whole playbook on how to create lead magnets. I actually got to make a video on this, which is fucking amazing. And so a lead magnet is like you give away something for free in exchange for something. Now, I'm going to use a format that I previously used because I've done a few talks at Masterminds myself, and I've also got coaching similar to this Brian Mark situation before. But for example, I might use this. No, not that one. I might actually use, there's one with Alex Hormozy, because the guy that coached Alex Hormozy showed me how to do stuff. So this is an example of what I might do, right? So this is something I gave away. I said, I'll zoom in right one sec. 5 weeks ago, I presented to a $30,000 a year mastermind. I'm giving away the presentation I gave on how to sell LinkedIn DMs for free. And this is actually on YouTube right now. So I posted it first. I gave it away first for free, but then I posted it on YouTube, which is here. It's this video, and this definitely watch this video, tons of value. It's like an hour and 10 minutes. And so, it actually went pretty well, actually. 2.1 thousand subs. And I know my numbers are less than other people's, like as in like I don't get anywhere near as many views, but like what I really care about is like, are people on sales meetings mentioning my YouTube videos, and are people DMing me, and are people opting into these links? Like that's kind of what I judge. Like I care about views and editing and stuff like that, but I want to come across more as like a professional. Like a competitor of mine, like Lara Acosta, like I think she's brilliant at what she does. But if you watch her videos, you watch them
So
here, right?
collectively, if you
The way that the video happens is it's very guru-y. And while I think it works for her really well, she's quite a bit younger than me as well. Why I think that works pretty well is like it works to an extent and gets you a lot of views, but in the eyes of like credibility of buyers and stuff like that, I still question it aligning with the brand and stuff like that. So I just don't know if it's that good. But yeah, so I post the actual video here. But a lead magnet itself, let's go back over here. So here's an example like, hey, I recorded this mastermind and giving all these away for 3 things for free, comment, DM to get access. So works really well. The one I did though a while back was, let me just find it. Let me find it. See, I used the mastermind video again here. I use it multiple times. And I wonder if I can find, if I can search. Let me find it. I'll pause it so I can find it. All right, I found him. So I'm in a mastermind. I pay like $54,000 a year to be part of it. And that's the reason I got to see this Brian Mark guy and see him talk for 90 minutes. So previously, when I joined the mastermind, I got a 90-minute call with the guy that coached Alex Hormozy, one of his advisors. And so what I did is I took the notes from the call and then I gave them away for free. And so that lead magnet got me 1,030 comments. And then I posted it again, and that lead magnet got me 1,286 comments. And I've done it 3 times in total to give away the same resource. And so I'm going to create like this into a lead magnet itself. And I might actually use the prompt that we have in our book. And I haven't even tested this because Steve, my business partner, wrote the book. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a first time. Cheat codes, resources and templates, squeeze page, LinkedIn features section, writing. Okay, these prompts, copy and paste. Okay, so let's go to ChatGPT. No. Oh, no, I got to copy the other thing. After pasting prompt 1, copy and paste the below prompt to ChatGPT. Okay, so copy prompt 1. You can get this for free below, by the way. Prompt 1. So copy this prompt. Pop. Go away. Oh man, what the heck? Maybe OpenAI is down. That wouldn't be good. Now let's go allergy relief tips. Does it work in here? Lol. All right, let's put it in there. We've got my partner has some allergies in our house, so I'm trying to work out how we can get rid of them. Okay, prompt 2. Okay, so I copy this. And so I'm going to paste this here. I'm going to paste this, but I need to paste the actual. Hey, ChatGPT, what I'm going to do is below I've pasted the next prompt for you to create the viral lead magnet post. And then I'm actually going to paste then the content that I want you to draw and create the viral lead magnet post from the other post itself. So this is the prompt, and then there's going to be the other post, and then can you create it based off that? This is just the inbuilt mic into Windows, right? And so then I go here, and then I want to grab the whole post, right? No. Where was it? Where was it? All right, so I want to go here. And so I'm going to grab all of this shit that I wrote. Why did I keep swearing? Every time I go to my parents' house, my mum's like, why you keep swearing? Here we are. So we got this, right? And then we're going to grab this. And then I want to create it into a viral. I actually never tested this. This is the first time. Let's see how it works. That's pretty damn good. This is pretty good, but can you make it like a little bit shorter? Give me a couple of different variations of the hook and just say, not over the weekend, just say this morning. And I don't think it needs to be 10 million worth of insights. I kind of think that's a bit weird. And we also want to mention the guy, Brian Mark, and how much money he's made and what he's done and like how he did this. I think that's pretty good. I like how he's done this, but I also don't want you to put like any emojis or ticks or anything like that. Only like the little arrow with the finger, the yellow finger pointing to the right, I think is better. Yeah, I think that's just try. Give me a few other variations that we can do a bit better. Cool. Da, 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 da. We need to kind of use the format where we say this thing and I recorded this thing or whatever, blah, 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 and then I'm giving it away for free. It includes, and I say this person has, his credibility, does this much a year, hit this many PTs, hit 10K months, he did this, and it includes, and then include the points of like what the points of value are from it, and then after that, create it. And I'll add you a template in there that you can work off as well. Right, and so what I might do is I might grab a lead magnet template that's worked well for us before. Okay. I think the sell by chat one was okay. Maybe this one? Nah, we can do a better one. Like this one. I like this type of template. This is good. Da, 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 da. It needs to be more formatted. But I think we need to go. I spent 90 this morning. I think Brian Mark scaled to 5 million a year in 10 minutes, and I spent 90 minutes this morning learning from him. And I put all the learnings together into a free training for this much. The 9 takeaways I had, and then I just talk about this is what and the training kind of will include how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, but it has to be based off the content of the post that I actually wrote and what's inside it, please. And then say, comment Brian, and I'll send it to you. And don't make anything up, only make up things that I wrote. And I'm speaking in like a special, it's 11:30, I probably need another coffee. Oh, I like that. Okay, this is quite good. Okay, this one's really good, but it's kind of like on the second one. I need to talk about how I'm giving away learning how he did it, and I'm giving away how he did it for free or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something quite good. All right, so we go prompt back and forth. Oh, this is really good. Stevie created a weapon. So let me go here. That's pretty good. Okay, so Brian Mark scaled to $10 million a year in 5 years. And I spent 9 minutes this morning learning how he did it. I'm giving away everything everything I learned for free. Comment Brian to access. Okay, cool. So this gives me another post that I can do, and I'll get Steve from my team to make the visual. I might make the video for it, but I'll probably make like a visual that looks like, I'll show you what it looks like. The Hormozy probably visual, very similar, right? So like that one here, that one's okay. That one's okay. And yeah, like this one. It'll probably be like me, a mystery person, and him, and like Brian Mark or something like that with his money in the background or something like that. Just showing he's done that. Cool. And so we've got another post. I'm going to save that. All right. And so next up, we've got, what do I need to do? So I need to go. So I've got, so I got YouTube. So email, link. Okay. So I've got my 2 LinkedIn posts. Now I've got my email, and then I've got my YouTube video. So the email will be really, really simple, to be honest. That's really easy. Let's go to emails, and I'll write where I put my emails. Email. And I've given away all my emails of all time that I've ever written, which is amazing. Okay, so Harris from my team's got to update this. Let me just ask him. Harris, legend, do you mind please updating the email Google Doc with all the emails, please? Yeah, I'll get him to update this. So the subject will be, I'll probably make it 10 million in 5 years on Instagram. And then I'll probably just take literally the lead magnet post here, and I copy and paste it. Shit, I'll go like this, right? It always does the thing. It always does this. And I know I'm pretty bad at using a computer, but what the hell? I'm trying. All right, so this is going to be one of my value emails for the week. TBA, because I've got another email I want to send today. Hey, creator. This morning, I might change it to later on if I don't send it today. This morning, I jumped on a 90-minute call with Brian Mark, who scaled his online coaching business to 10 mil. I'll probably just take this to 10 mil a year in 5 years using only organic content and DMs. Okay, go like this. And one tip, right? Do the same thing multiple times, like only 2 to 3. Oh shit, I'm not even showing this. Sorry, here we only 2 to 3% of people ever see your LinkedIn content. So email is like the bomb, right? And we've got an email list of about 14,000 people now. So it's just, hey creator, this morning I jumped on a 90-minute call with Brian Mark, who scaled his online coaching business 10 million in 5 years using only organic content and DMs. I turned 38 pages of notes into a 40-minute free training for you. Click here for instant access. It includes and cool. So let's just read through this super quick. One rule is you always want a CTA or a call to action into every single email. So subject, 10 million in 5 years on Instagram. Hey creator, this morning you jumped into a 90-minute call with Brian Mark, who scaled his online coaching business 10 million using only organic content and DMs. I turned my 38 pages of notes into a 45-minute free training for you. Click here to instant access. It includes his system of sending DMs that get replies, the 3 types of content Brian uses to go viral, how he grew his Instagram this many followers, secret tactic getting this many call rates, exactly how he booked his YouTube course, how he helped this. Oh, I nearly forgot I paid to get on the call, so I promise you won't want to miss it. Enjoy, and have an epic day, legend. Cheers, Matt. P.S. Blah, 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 blah. That's cool. All right, so we've done that. Right, see, I'm just like knocking them off. So I got an email here. I could make it into another email as well, but I won't. And then YouTube. So this is a YouTube video. I'm showing you how to do it. But then also the other YouTube video that I'll do. So the way I'll construct that is I'll just go here and I'll go for the other YouTube video. I'm going to grab the post right here. And I'm just going to find all the dot points. Here it is. Open. Bada. Go. Okay, so what I'll do for the other YouTube video is I will create... What I do for all my YouTube videos, like this one here, is I just create these usually ahead of time, and I sometimes make visuals and images, and then in the video like I'm doing now, I just add different worksheets. And so I've got a template that we've built for our company, and so I grab this here, and so I'm just going to write down, like in the video, I'm going to be like, hey, I just got off a $54,000 a year coaching call with a guy who does $10 million a year. Here's the 9 things that I learned and that you can apply to your business to explode and grow on social media, and what I'm going to steal from it, kind of thing. That'll be kind of my hook, right? I haven't fleshed it out fully, but I'll just make like the worksheets for it. So I'm just going to read through the points here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them here. And then I'll just say, so what I'll do is I'll add the points, and I'll say he uses, right, 3 content types, right? I might put that in the middle, like this, right? 3 content types. And then what I'll do is I'll add the next one and I'll go, I don't know, maybe we'll go connection, type 1, connection, proof, and then value, right, as an example. And so, and then I'll probably might say what I'm stealing. I'll just say I'm stealing. And I'll probably, in the I'm stealing part, I'll probably write out what I'm stealing and I'll use it as a specific format, right? He uses 3 content types, and then the next page, see, I've used this bit here. And I'll probably have this up in the background as well. And I'll say, he sends PSCTAs, that's a bit of a fucking word for. He sends PSCTAs in the DMs. It's a fucking word for whatever. Right. And then I'll just go, and then I'll probably use this page to kind of draw stuff out. And then I'll say, I'll just go this here, what I'm stealing. I'm stealing. And in the I'm stealing, I'm kind of like showing my expertise of like where I'm kind of like placed, like what I'm doing. Okay. 3, he has a media team. And then I might actually just make breaks here and I just won't. I'll just go, I'm stealing. That's fine. Because I like kind of writing on the calls like I am right now. I'm stealing. Right, I'm stealing. Okay, cool. And then I'll just open up the other one. See, I'm up to this one now, the next one. So I go 4. He works harder on himself than the business. And I know I've got to come up with a hook for this as well, but I'll come up with the hook later on, like at the beginning. It's easy to come up with. I know Mr. Beast does hooks and stuff at the start, but sometimes I can do them at the end. He interviews successful clients. He can never remember if that's how you spell successful. I literally scored 45 at school in English. So I'm not the best at it. EALING. Then next he said what was the next one? I think it's 6. He put a free course on YouTube. Sweet. Then we go 7. I'm stealing. Yeah, 7. Is it 7? Fuck, I keep forgetting. 7. Yep. He uses an intriguing question to start a chat. A chat, right? I'm stealing. There you go. 8. It's longer than I thought. He uses a cancellation form when someone leaves. When a client leaves. Right. And then I got one more after this. I'm stealing 9. Definitely need a coffee after this. He keeps chats engaged after the call is booked. After the call is booked. I'm stealing. Cool. I might record this when I come back, although I'm pretty bored of this now. All right, so essentially just I've got this whole workbook here of all these things, and then what I can do is I can create a YouTube video now, and I'll put another page at the front where I'll be like the hook will be something like, I paid $54,000 a year to get on this coaching call. Here's the 9 things I learned. And then I'll be like, the hook in the beginning will be like, I just got off a coaching call where I paid $54,000 a year. Like I started this video with the real Brian Mark. He does $10 million a year. He's got 320,000 followers on Instagram. And I took away these 9 things that he's doing. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how he does it. I'm going to show you what I'm stealing from this to take our business from $3.5 million a year to $10 million a year. And so you can use this and apply it in your business for free today. And that'll be the hook. So I've done a lot of hooks. So usually in the hooks, you just need numbers, proof, show what you've done. And then I'll also say, if you don't know who I am, my name is Matthew Lakajev. We run this business. We help this many people. I've got this many followers. So I'm just showing credibility of like what I've done and stuff like that. All right. So quickly go back and then I think we can finish up. So yeah. So literally we've just created essentially 8 pieces of content. I might use these multiple times, but I'll be able to post the lead magnet twice on LinkedIn. I'll be able to post the post twice, 1 email and 2 YouTubes and 1 school. So this, I've essentially just completed, because I do in a week, what I usually do, I think I put it up here. I do 12 to 14 LinkedIn posts. I do 1 YouTube a day now, 3 emails and 7 days in the school feed. So I've essentially ticked off 4 of these. I've ticked off 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. So I've done, if that's 4, depending on the length it takes to do these, but let's average it out. Say I've got 3 plus 7 plus, I usually do 12 a week. It's actually not 14 because I do 2 lead magnet days. So let's say if I go here, 12, 1 there, that's 23, right? So I've got 8 divided by 23 that's about 33%, I think, 37%. All right, 8 divided by 23. Yeah, 34%. So I literally, in this time, it took me an hour and 50 minutes. I completed 35% of my content for the week. I was probably going a little bit slower than what I would usually go, to be honest, if I was going to be doing it by myself and I just had my headphones in and I was jacked up on coffee because I finished my coffee ages ago and I was jacked up on coffee. So I probably would have got that done in about, I reckon, an hour and 20 minutes. I would have been able to pump it. Like I was just a lot less because I was stopping to talk. And so that's kind of like, to create all of my content for the week, probably including some video recording time, let's say 5 hours. It's probably, let's say if I really get honed in, I like writing content, so I find it really fun. Maybe 6 hours to create all the content a week. And that's all the content that helps us make $3.5 million a year for our business as well. And I can start actually doing a lot more past this. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you stuck around for the whole thing, good work. I hope you learned a lot, took away a bunch of stuff, implemented it yourself. I've got tons of free resources below. And if you want to work with me in our paid program, hit the apply button. If not, all cool. Peace out. Catch ya.